What is up, guys? I know it's been a while since we've had any sort of traffic going on the YouTubes. I am sorry, to be honest. I've just been kind of directing all my business focus to my Instagram because I'm getting the most results out of it. Despite the fact that the connection on Instagram is gonna not be as high as YouTube, to be honest, because you're able to tell a deeper story. It's just easier to pump out more content and get more results. But at the same time, branding across several platforms is definitely the smartest idea to increase your reach, raise more awareness. So I need to be a bit more active on this platform, definitely. So, last couple of weeks since I've had an update with you guys, I've been actually pretty busy with my business, and yeah, it's been great actually. I've been enjoying doing so much work. Actually, I'm loving creating content for people right now. I really enjoy it. I'm still working my job as well. I've cut back on that, and eventually my goals are to be leaving that in the next few months and just to be creating content full time, because honestly it's just what I love doing. I've been learning a lot more recently with just marketing, as well as like running Facebook ads, Instagram ads, just learning a bit more about that, how to actually do social media marketing a bit more, as well as just finance, learning a bit more about tax, learning a bit more about running my business, how to just use assets, income, learning how to use funds, how to use Bitcoin, cryptocurrency and things like that. I'm currently halfway through Unshakable by Tony Robbins. I'm actually listening to the audiobook at the moment. It's fantastic. And just the amount of stuff that you kind of learn in it in such a short period of time. It's only 7 hours to actually listen to the whole thing. It's yeah, it's just amazing. Like, people go to university for like years just to learn this shit, and you can learn it so much quicker and actually apply it a lot quicker, because as he says in the book over and over, the saying is knowledge is power, but it's actually not unless you actually do any fucking work. Like, you can have the knowledge, but if you don't execute on anything, the knowledge is pointless. Like, you could basically just not have any of the knowledge, because you're going to get the exact same result if you're not even doing the work. So, there's definitely a point to getting all the knowledge you can, but you still need to spend time to fucking execute and just decimate. Not so much decimate, but you know what I mean. But besides the business, training has been going great. I'm currently in my second week of a mini cut, which has been just kind of enjoyable in some ways, not having to be just constantly forcing food and just getting the meat sweats, especially because it's summer here in Australia, in Brisbane. So having my body temperature not be excessively high all the time because it's constantly processing so much food, it's kind of nice. My focus has been a lot more on my business, just on life in general. I've been going out a bit more, meeting more people, not spending so much time just in the house and at work pretty much. I'm trying to be a bit more social, which is great, because it's one thing to make money, hustle hard, and just to continually push, but you still need to spend a bit of time just relaxing and actually enjoying life, because otherwise you're actually not working towards a goal. You might have the idea that you are working towards that goal, but unless you actually stop, enjoy life where you're at, you're not going to fucking care where you're, what your level is in like a couple months, couple years. When you're making this much money, if you're not enjoying it when you're making this much, it's not going to matter when you're making this much, because you're still going to be looking, if this much from this much becomes this much, if this much becomes this much, then when you're making this much, so on top of that, that is what you're just going to be constantly striving for, is making more. You're not going to care about where you're at. You're not going to be happy. You're just going to be constantly just not satisfied. And if you're not satisfied, you're not going to be happy. And honestly, why does anyone want to work with an unhappy person? No one does. Yeah, but the mini cut's been great actually. Started at about 80.1 kilos. This morning's body weight, which is like 9-10 days into the mini cut, I think. It's It's Wednesday, so everything's day 10. I'm down to 77.8. Now the first week was dropped from 80.1 to 78, which was actually very expected because initially in the first week you're going to be dropping a lot of water, a lot of glycogen. Not all of that's going to be fat, like maybe half, depending upon your deficit. More likely it's going to be maybe a third. And then like the next few weeks the weight loss is going to be a lot less because you're just going to be losing fat now. Now the deficit you can be in during a mini cut's obviously going to be steeper because the adaptations that occur from it take a couple weeks to even take place, so like could be 6 weeks. So say if you mini cut for 4 weeks and you diet fucking hard, I'm talking like a 800 to 1,000 calorie daily deficit, you don't have to worry about those adaptations happening in such a short period of time. Because they take a long time. So essentially once you finish your mini cut and you say go up to a maintenance, your maintenance from when you stopped your mini cut, started your mini cut to when you stop it, there might be like 5 to 50 calories different, you know? Not much at all, because despite the body weight change, your metabolism's not really going to change that much. You're still going to be as active, like, especially if you're like me and you do monitor your activity. So today I've done 12,500 steps. It's 218. I did most of those by like 10:30, to be honest. Daily goals at the moment is just 10,000 steps a day, so I'm actually kind of exceeding that. So I'm actually creating a bit more of a deficit than I was even planning on it. And yeah, it's been interesting. Training wise, I'm at maintenance volume, so which for me is only 10 sets a week per workout. Like I work out 6 times a week, so I do push, pull, legs, push, pull, legs. Then I have my Sunday is my off day, then I repeat. Push A consists of usually a flat pressing movement, then an incline pressing movement, then a vertical pushing pressing movement, then just a push down, like a vertical push down, like for triceps, and something else usually, and then like a horizontal push, yeah, and then pull A is pretty much the same. I do my heavier, like more compound specific one, like day for my pull is my second one, because my day 3 is the day I do my squats, and day 5 is when I do my rack pulls, because I'm actually not deadlifting at the moment. So it's a way to like manage systemic fatigue as well as just low back fatigue. And to be honest, I wouldn't really want to do rack pulls considering how much I can do with them and then go and squat the next day, because the risk of injury is much higher than if I just do it later in the week, and then the next day I'm only doing some hack squats, which my lower back is supported on something. I'm not having to worry so much. It's more of a posterior, so like glutes and hamstrings workout, as opposed to quads, and it's not as much like compound. It's a quite isolated workout. But also then it's my last workout in the week, then I can rest and then have that day just to recover and then start the next week. Yeah. I'm also not doing back squats at the moment for the next few weeks, as well as the hack squats actually, funnily enough. I'm switching out back squats and hack squats for front squats. Front squats obviously you can't do as much, they're more quad dominant, and it's just a way to allow certain parts in that movement to actually recover, because I've been squatting for so long and not really taking a break that over time you can constantly overload the specific pattern, and then eventually it can just get overly fatigued. You're not really going to progress that much more unless you take time to actually let that particular movement pattern recover. Sure, you're going to still be using motor units and stuff doing a front squat that you would in a back squat, but you're using different ones. Therefore, there's certain parts that might have a bit bigger role that are actually getting that recovery now, and it's kind of great. Like my limiting factor often with my back squats is ankle dorsiflexion, so as well as just shoulder mobility, you know, which I've been working a lot on. And to be honest, usually my front squats would suffer as a consequence of my ankle dorsiflexion issues. But today, actually, not at all. They were great. Granted, it was quite easy. It was only 60 kilos for 2 sets of 12. And, yeah. Anyway, guys, I kind of went just way off in a tangent for this one. I'm gonna maybe chuck in a few videos, like, just, like one at the start, maybe. And one at the end for this. Just of some work I've done, just ones for fun, as well as ones for clients. So I can just kind of show you guys some updates and stuff I've been doing. Show you the media I've been doing. You know, if you live in Brisbane and you're ever needing some content created, hit me up in my email. It's always in the description. Instagram and stuff are always in the description for me, Josh, and Ella. So, you know, you can always follow us on a daily basis on those, as well as hit me up at the email if you just want to chat to me straight away without having to go through Instagram. But yeah, anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to like it, I suppose you can. Like, it's entirely up to you. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me get into a different feed on YouTube, get more views, and just reach more people. So it's really up to you if you want me to reach more people. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, stuff I'm actually wearing right now is from a brand that I actually do their media for, and help them launch. Really, really love the hats, really love the clothes. If you want to go check them out, they're obsessed.gymwear on Instagram, as well as obsessedgymwear.com.au. Go grab yourself some stuff. I don't get anything out of it, but honestly I really love the stuff, and I really reckon you should go check it out. Pretty cool. Especially the owners literally live about 100 meters from my house, so it's very easy to go and chat with them, makes you hang out all the time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Gonna play a short little edit at the end of this one, and I'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks, I suppose. I'd like to say next week, fingers crossed. Who knows, maybe I'll just film a video tomorrow. Actually, it will be. Alright, bye.